It's week 5 of the NFL, and we'll see Evan Ingram. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Jaguars and the Bills, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Buffalo Bills. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, last week you and I were up at Wembley Stadium for the Jags and Falcons. This week, the venue shifts about 12 miles east to Tottenham. The second of our 5 international games this season, the Jags and Bills underway here in North London. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. Down the numbers. There he goes. Jamal Agnew. Touchdown, Jaguars. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other. And the Jaguars will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here we see the Bills offense take the field here at quarterback Josh Allen.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Allen going to go to the air right away. A pass complete downfield to Renfro. Down the right sideline, Hunter Renfro. Touchdown, Bills. Hunter Renfro, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Well, the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft in his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it. But otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. So the completion there, Charles, looking at this defense, certainly in for a tough task here this afternoon. What are some of the keys for them if they want to come out on top?
Well, the first thing, partner, is they just allow the completion there. They don't want to get a string of those going. Let him get his confidence. Let him get into the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game, and all of a sudden, he's feeling like he can do no wrong. You want to really get after his timing a little bit, knock a few balls away, and make things uncomfortable for him. Because if he feels relaxed, you are in for a tough afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Devondre Campbell, the one who fought his way in there to make the play. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yards to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
Man in motion is Agnew. Now Lawrence to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Etienne. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. During that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21. So here come the Bills out for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, the name of the game last time, efficiency. Their very first snap, they connected for a quick touchdown.
They get more value than just the points from that series as well. Only needing 1 play, it keeps the entire offense rested up.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a 1st down. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. The Bills are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And they were able to tough it out last week, a close 1-score game. And those are the kind of wins that pull you together as a team, because everyone gains confidence and they feel like they can continue to get better.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. On play action, Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. You look at this Jaguar defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues, ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And you see the starting unit here, but really, you're going to see a lot of different personnel, a lot of different packages as they rotate in and out throughout the game.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. A short throw there to Strange. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. From the gun, it's Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now. On play action, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. They go play action with Lawrence. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Gregory Rousseau in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-10 our score after 1 on E. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter. So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Deontay Hardy back deep. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo set to get the football back here. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Allen. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Straight ahead, ETN. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. On second down, here's Lawrence. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Jags' new kicker for 2023, Brandon McManus, on for the field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. The kick by McManus is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. He was trying to get that one out to his running back out in the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
Allen off the play fake. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
ETN up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
And he is going to have the Jaguars first down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up second down. Now Lawrence. And one more time, here's Kirk. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
These guys had to settle for a field goal the last time moving the ball down the field. They may have to do it again on this drive. That could be frustrating.
Yeah, I don't want to be cliche, but at least they were able to get 3 last time. 3 here, not the worst thing. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. They ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills' offense back out onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This two shall pass, this two shall pass, and if I would keep out in the rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Holding offense.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. They run again with Harris. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That tackle by Trayvon Walker. Nice play. He blows that up behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the 2nd quarter, it has been a struggle. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throw left side complete. That's Davis. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. And Ingram holds it in. He's across midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4. Lawrence will throw. A short throw there to Strange. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Lawrence going to throw again. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. The Jags' new kicker for 2023, Brandon McManus, on for the field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bills going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. And meanwhile, Allen's throw going to be caught by Davis. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. On play action, Allen. It's complete. He dials up Davis once more. First down now, but the clock continues to move. On play action, Allen. Pass delivered successfully to Knox on the out route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
And what great recognition between a receiver and his quarterback, because he's going to recognize the trouble, and then he has 2 options. Cut off the route and come back to help, or head straight down the field, and he chooses the latter, and it turns into a huge play.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. The kick by Bass is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Both teams making their final adjustments. We're closing in on the second half. And for the call, let's get you back over to London, where we rejoin Brandon Gaud.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out and continue to throw the ball effectively.
Allen looks to throw on second down, eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. To the air, Allen. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on first down is Allen. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you've certainly got to be on your toes defensively when you're facing Josh Allen. He can hit you from any angle. He's got arguably the strongest arm in the business, and he uncorks a deep one here. But that one falls incomplete.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. The veteran who spent last season in Denver, it's Latavius Murray. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They go with Murray again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
That's quickly out wide to Davis. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 20, here's 2nd down and 5. Allen off the play fake, out to his left. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think they tried to fool him on that one. You know, being able to throw the ball to the fullback position. No one was fooled on that play.
No, lost yardage. You think they should yank that one from the playbook, at least for the time being?
I think.
And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Pass now for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return, Hardy. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So here are the Bills to take over. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he fires one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. quick throw into the hands of Hardy. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. And again, it's Allen. Hard throw, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Bills drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Here's Lawrence. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's complete right side to the tight end Farrell. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Running out of the gun with ETN. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on fourth down. Going for it, here's ETN. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. On first down, right back to ETN. Matt Milano, an all-pro last year, in on the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
McManus now for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. Again, it's Murray. And he's going to have the Bills first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. For the run show, Fatukasi there on the tackle. And now they'll throw with Allen. And complete right side to Cook. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now third down and 6 to go. Allen now looks to throw. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Walker was drafted because of his tools and potential down the line. A little bit of a slow start to his career, only 3.5 sacks as a rookie. The key for everyone in Jacksonville, just stay patient. He's got a chance to develop into something big.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They run from the shotgun with Murray. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker. From the gun, it's Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. A fourth quarter miss like that, there's no lonelier feeling than that kicker right now.
As we all know, a lot of these games, they come down to special teams. And when that chance comes, you have to perform in order to help your team get over the top.
Could have tied it. Instead, they remain down 3. On first down, Lawrence.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football to places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Complete to Jones. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
The offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gets...
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll give up the gut for Murray. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On the very outer edge of field goal range, it would be 56 yards if they got nothing here on 3rd down. Open man is Davidson, the tight end. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Now Allen, gotta have this one. And Diggs has it. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down. And they get it easily. A gain of 5 on 4th and 1. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's hauled in by Hardy. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. From the 25, here's a 2nd and 4. Now a man in for an expanded role in 2023. It's James Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken a 4th quarter lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Bass on for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. To return, here's Agnew. Fields it right around the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 18. Lawrence will throw. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. play here. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2, now Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Here's Lawrence. This ball caught by Strange.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the draw, here's Lawrence. Skirts by him at the 35. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So a man shaken up on the play, and this is certainly noteworthy. It's Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now 2nd down and a few inches. Now Wentz. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills have just about sewn up this football game.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
And here come the Bills. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Back to throw. Allen. Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And this defense rallies and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars down by 4, 26 seconds to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Lawrence. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. It was a pretty entertaining ball game, Charles. Had the lead changes going on in the second half, but I think for the losing side, not able to put any points on the board in the 4th quarter, that ultimately was what really stung them.
And you know what puzzled them? during the game, it's going to puzzle them even more with